What's up, Bama Insider Nation? Trey Kennedy here with breaking news out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Georgia's #1 wide receiver, Jermaine Burton, has announced that he will be transferring to the University of Alabama to start the 2022 season. Jermaine Burton had an unbelievable year with the Georgia Bulldogs and has decided to announce this following his sophomore season, as we saw him enter the transfer portal earlier on when he tweeted this statement. "This has been one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my life. I am very thankful and honored to have been able to play at the University of Georgia. I've made a lifetime of friendships and relationships that I will cherish. I would like to thank all of Dog Nation for all of the support you have given me. Thank you to Coach Hankton for being a great coach and mentor for me. Thank you to Coach Smart for always pushing us to our best and being an amazing head coach. Thank you for all of the great UGA staff for always being there. To all my teammates, I love you all. We have made some great memories. At this time, I feel it is best for me to enter into the transfer portal. Sincerely, Jermaine Burton." When this news hit the airwaves, Alabama fans' ears perked up, especially when they got on Twitter and saw Trayshawn Holder, the sophomore wide receiver, tweeting at him. He said, "Call me real quick. Let me talk to you." Trayshawn Holden, I'm sure not the only Alabama Crimson Tide player that made their pitch to Jermaine Burton, and I assume some of these pitches ultimately swung him to join up with the Crimson Tide for 2022. As we look back at Jermaine's career with the Bulldogs, he finished his dimensions on the roster at 6 foot, 200 pounds, originally from Calabasas, California. As we look at his overall numbers, his rushing numbers there at the top, not a running back, but he did have 4 attempts in 2020. And had a long of 43 on the ground for his career. If we look at the receiving stats, where his bread and butter lied, he had 27 receptions in 2020, 404 yards, and 3 touchdowns. In 2021, he had 26 receptions over 14 games, 497 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He had a long of 73 this year. Of course, made a big impact in that national championship game against the Crimson Tide, his future team. Jermaine Burton was averaging 37.5 yards per game in his career and averaging 17 yards per catch on the career as well. Certainly a deadly receiver in this league. Alabama has now received 3 Power 5 transfers this offseason, as they look to continue to add more. And we look at how Jermaine Burton is going to fit into this Alabama offense transferring in. Of course, Jameson Williams was the big name wide receiver that transferred to Alabama last season and was a finalist for the Blitnikoff Award, had an unbelievable season that included a kickoff return as well. I could see Jermaine Burton having a very similar role with Alabama. You're not going to see as many deep balls. His agility is where he's going to make his money. Unbelievable cutting abilities on Burton as well, and really just great hands. He is a speedster, not quite to that of Jameson Williams, but I think we will see him play right away. Look at this Alabama receiving core. It does return some experience, but for the most part, this is a very young core. You look at Ajay Hall, Ja'Cory Brooks, Christian Leary. These are the kind of guys that are going to get their chance this year. And I think having a veteran like Jermaine Burton to join this core, while it may take away opportunities from these guys, it is going to free up the field when they are in the game because he was such a force with the Bulldogs. For more information on this story and all things Alabama Crimson Tide football news, go to BamaInsider.com. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, leave a comment and let us know what you think about the Crimson Tide's brand new addition in Jermaine Burton, a massive get for Alabama. Guys, hit a super thanks as a special tip for the Bama Insider staff, and help this video get to 500 likes so we can get out there in the algorithm and continue to provide you guys the best coverage in all things Alabama Crimson Tide football. For BamaInsider.com, my name is Trey Kennedy. Jermaine Burton, the soon-to-be junior wide receiver, has decided he will be transferring to Tuscaloosa to join up with the Alabama Crimson Tide for 2022.